Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing Belle Collective Season 3, Episode 5. But before we start, he ain't coming.
A thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel.
There you go. So, Latrice met up with Selena at the Diva Dolls clothing store.
When did we start doing that? When did we start meeting up with Selena?
Child, I don't know, but she's looking for a dress for her event. And Selena want to know who all coming to the event. And when she mentioned Gucci name, Selena was like, who? One of them Bells is Stale. And Latrice going to this whole, before it was So Gucci, it was So Selena and JJ. I was like, and Daddy. It was Selena, JJ, and Daddy. Don't forget that part.
Daddy was there.
Yeah.
Feel like Daddy still want to be there.
Daddy might still be there though.
But Selena looks snatched.
Yeah. So Latrice asked, how was it working out with the co-grandparenting? And she said, that's what Latrice asked. Selena said, probably like the co-parenting. She gonna disappear just like she did when they were kids. Now, Selena, I watched the interview. Did you watch the interview?
I did. And I also heard an interview that was JJ.
I watched JJ's.
I didn't watch it, but I heard it. Yeah, and
Yeah. I was like, wow.
Now I'm gonna say this, and you can, speak on this much better than I can, but these kids gonna stand by their mama regardless. So that's expected. Especially, I feel like sometimes you have it in your head that your mama is somebody that she's actually not, just because you want her to be that. So on the other hand, go ahead. Because are we talking about the interview that So Gucci said?
So Gucci said Selena didn't raise these kids. Basically, they was living with JJ. And JJ said not only did he have them, but he had Selena's son too before he passed away. So why you up here talking about So Gucci gonna disappear like she did? It didn't sound like you too much raised them either. You was in these streets while they was over there with their daddy.
Because Daddy know why she was in the street. So Gucci said something that bothered me, and she kept on saying she was over there and she ended up neglecting her own children trying to win a man. She kept saying trying to win a man. And so kids are very intuitive, So Gucci. So if you was there doing stuff for JJ, they know you wasn't there. Like, you cannot make it seem like the relationship with you and those girls was so tight when they know you wasn't there for them. You was there for their daddy. And I think that's probably what it is. She trying to, just because you was there doesn't mean you had a relationship with them. And it doesn't seem like you did. It seems like you were there trying to win their daddy. And in the process,
he also said his mama was there. Right? His mama. So mama was probably the one taking care of his mama, the kids. And she was coming through.
Babies and dogs is gonna know when you're full of shit. And and you was feeling away because they were still married. Like I'm saying, it's a little bit of truth in both things.
Absolutely. And you know how
you definitely don't have the relationship with them girls that you're trying to make it seem like that they know you was there for their daddy.
And you know how that is too.
With girls.
They want their parents to be back together. So, yeah. So she says, So Gucci is jealous of Selena because her husband is still in love with his ex-wife because it took them 30 years to get a divorce. Now, when I thought so, but when I listened to that interview with JJ, I was like, JJ ain't in love with Selena.
That ain't it.
Nope, that squashed that.
It seems to me like JJ maybe didn't have the money when he was with Selena that he got now. And then when he came into that money, all of a sudden she wanted to be around. And by then, So Gucci was already
up in there. Because he did wait around for Selena for a while, he said, hoping she was getting her shit together.
I mean, he had nothing but props for his wife, as he should. He had nothing but good things to say about his wife. And I mean, I'm sure it's true, but I still feel like Gucci, if all the kids felt the way, including yours, then you was real misdirected in the way you was doing things. You wasn't even putting no energy into trying to blend the kids together because you was so focused on winning, not my words, hers, winning the man. And when you say winning, it make it seem like you was competing.
So she said when she see her, she ignores her or she walk past her like she don't know her. And Selena's like, how you the number one realtor when I know people who sold more houses than her, including my daughter? I was like, well, once again, Latrice the one gave her that title. That's how she introduced us to So Gucci.
And Latrice, ain't nothing gonna convince us that you shouldn't have let you just call that lady and said you did something different. That's all. Like, don't stop acting like you're not the issue. You're the issue. You didn't tell the lady that you were moving on to something else.
You the issue to even bring Selena up in here. Because
is that what it was too? Is it now? And I mean, I'm just making this up in my own head, but when I heard that, I was like, so last season when Selena saw her good friend Latrice working with So Gucci, did she call her up and say, girl, don't let her do this? You know what I'm saying? And so then you went and got somebody else based on some bullshit, the conversation that you and Selena had trying to create mess. Is that how that happened?
I didn't even think about that. I figured it was on some
she was perfectly fine, and then she wasn't.
Yeah. I thought she did it on some revenge stuff. I thought it was they didn't fell out because like she do. So now now that you mad at me, I'm gonna go grab Selena just to be on some messy stuff. Because I already know you got an issue with Selena.
But they didn't have to fall out. I feel like her and Selena got to talking. Because they said, oh, they've been knowing each other. So you know how that is. It wouldn't be nothing for Selena to call her up. And like I said, I don't know that that's what happened, but it seems very strange that you be working with somebody and then just don't say shit. That doesn't make sense.
Glenn and Letitia visit Glenn's grandmama. I did not like this scene. I felt like having this camera in this woman's face at such an intimate time was the worst thing production could have ever did.
It was disgusting. And can I tell you, like, because I went through that, when my mother got to that point, I was very protective. Like, it was one thing for her friends to come see her, but I didn't even let like my friends and stuff come to the house because I was like, I don't want nobody. I know she doesn't want nobody to see her like that. So her friends, like Connie and them, came to visit from Michigan. Like, it was her friends and family, of course. You know, they came to visit her. But during that time, I didn't have people in my house because she was going through dementia and all of that stuff. And I was like, well, I know for sure. Even like with the nurses, I would make sure she was bathed and stuff before the nurses got there because I know she would rather not have a stranger seeing her like that. So for them not, like you said, have video cameras in there and ain't no way in the world you could convince me, Glenn nor Letitia, whatever her name is, they do not take care of that lady. That cousin is the one that probably is our caregiver. I hope you gave her some money for being
y'all could have seriously just like cut the camera and just use the audio. Y'all didn't have to show her like that.
No, it was, you know what
I'm saying? Disgusting. So after leaving the room, Glenn was like, she gonna be all right. And her cousin was like, no, she's tired. She's been suffering. She's
90-some years old.
You don't see what she goes through. She like,
you don't see what she goes through. That's what she said.
He said, you ain't over here. You don't see what she goes through.
So how dare you?
Every day we trying to bathe her. It's hard for her and she begs to go every day. So no, she's tired. She's ready to go. I'm like, is that the first time you've been seeing her? Do you even visit her?
You gonna be all right for what? For you can roll through every.
That's what I'm like. You must not even visit her to even know that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't.
Child.
You like now
Or talk to them.
Can I get some booty now? Cause
yeah. Or you don't even talk to your cousins that's over there, because I wasn't down there with you, but I knew everything and heard a lot of what was going on.
That was going on.
Yeah.
And even then, like, we didn't FaceTime and stuff.
No. Child. So yeah, that was all other shit. Cause Letitia gave his ass some after they left there. She was like, "Oh, honey, I'm sorry." Letitia then met up with Marie. She apologized for Glenn's behavior. And Marie, the last time we seen them when they was running from Glenn, child. And Marie said it reminded her of what she went through with Cedric, and she gets emotional and start tearing up. But Marie says she ready to move on and start dating.
Marie, and you were not scared of Cedric. We know that if Cedric stepped out of line, you would have whooped his ass the same way you was finna whoop Glenn's ass over to that apartment.
Mm-hmm. Letitia want to set her up on the blind date, and Marie say because she's successful, some men might have a problem with that. And so before she can even go on the date, the men got to sign the NDA. Child, y'all in these NDAs, I ain't even know all that was going on. Was it going on? Was everybody doing that before these reality shows, or what? Or it just sound good, so we all rolling with it?
I feel like the whole point of an NDA is because you're dealing with somebody that doesn't have anything to lose. So maybe you should date somebody who's also like in your, you know what I'm saying? Like,
she picked the wrong person upon the damn blind date.
Girl, why would you let Letitia put you on it? Who does she know? She don't even
Glenn and them. Glendale. So they decide they're gonna get a man the fake name so he don't look her up and find out who she is before the date, child.
He's not looking her up, and he's not like she looked like his mama. He ain't finna go nowhere with Auntie Marie Monroe.
Well, he don't know that she looked like the mama because it's a blind date, so they ain't telling him who she is.
Well, hell, Latrice looked like Glenn's mama.
Okay. Latrice is at her new location at Goddess Length with her friend Mandy. That's the same friend, ain't it? That was at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay. So she giving her a tour, and then she's talking about the updates, and she said her and Cliff, they got different visions, but this is her baby. And Cliff jumps out the back and was like, "I heard y'all talking about me." I was like, "Stalker ass nigga."
Why is he doing that?
I'm like, Glenn, the one who told
between him and Glenn.
What's his name? Cliff told Glenn to put that recording device in her car.
Go sneak out in the woods and have a private. Yeah, he be behind a tree.
Yeah, child, it's
golly, that's weird.
So, speaking of Cliff, JJ, when you heard the thing, he said Cliff did him the same way Letitia did So Gucci. That he had a contract with Cliff, and Cliff set everything up with him, decided to go with somebody else, but then he had to turn around to come back to JJ because JJ is the cheapest one because he got a stucco business.
Maybe he was afraid JJ was gonna find out about he was over there swerving with Selena, so he tried to slip somewhere else.
Child.
I learned a lot in that little interview. I didn't hear the whole thing. I'm gonna have to go listen to the whole thing with JJ. But from what I did hear, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Everything he's saying. And he said "God darn" about 15 times.
He definitely said it. If we had said a shot, if we had took a shot every time he said "God darn"
in my yard.
Child. But he did say Cliff and Latrice is miserable. And because they miserable, they was looking at them and they was jealous and they wanted to get some shit started. And that's why they went and got Selena.
Queen paying them
to keep up some mess because they over there miserable.
I believe it.
He said anytime you can't go to a goddamn
restaurant
club and without permission.
Because Gucci don't need permission. She go do what she want. And when she get home, she gonna have butt naked JJ in an apron waiting on her to come home.
Come on now.
That's how you do that.
With that stinking walk or whatever he was saying, she had a nasty walk on.
Nasty walk on her. Huh. And she said,
y'all gotta go to Millichun's channel, child, and check that out because that was a good.
Whose channel is it?
Millichun.
Millichun. I'll put it down in the description.
Yeah. I didn't expect the interview with JJ to be that good, but it really was, and it was good. And it wasn't ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Like
only the goddamn part.
Yeah.
Just like no, he was like very. Like, I was surprised.
Yeah.
Like his interview was better than So Gucci because with So Gucci, I was like,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you and Selena don't like each other because.
Yeah, ex-wife, new wife.
Yeah. That's and y'all was crossing over.
Yeah. Letitia and Glenn on a date night. He get a date because it's my grandmama sick. He got some ass too. Y'all know that. Okay.
Well, it was a lot. It was sitting up there high, ready for him to come get it.
Yeah. So he'd say he can't rush her, but you know, what we doing? I know I can't rush you, but I'm rushing you. You know what I'm saying? And she tells him, do what's best for you, and maybe doing what's best for you don't include me. And he got offended as hell. Okay. She said, look, just because we hung out don't mean we back together. So just because I let you taste some don't mean that we a couple again.
I mean, you can't do that with your husband. What's her name? Tisha. Incorporated. Enterprise. Tisha Enterprise. I'm tired of them.
Let me see the phone real quick. So she said
everything she's saying sound good, but she don't mean it. So she could stop wasting our time because she doesn't mean it.
She said her and Josh gonna be living separate, and he said he grew up in a house without his father, and he ain't gonna do that to Josh. I'm like, well, you should have kept your penis in your pants real quick.
And you already don't be there. You be
He already growing up in the house without his father. You on the boat, the sub boat.
You be on the boat.
Do he eat crab? What he do? What he out there doing? Eat some crab. I can't do crawfish until my 7 year.
The ladies, he out there putting himself in situations where he got to get pregnancy tests, DNA tests.
He getting crabs. He don't be fishing for him, but he getting them. So, what happened? He gonna tell her we could just sleep in separate bedrooms. She ain't wanna do that. And he told her, you keep playing around, you're gonna lose some real shit. At that point, she got her stuff and she left because she was offended. Okay. And she said, you know, he always want things his way. He said, well, things his way ran smooth. So it ran smooth for him. When she get up a D,
I bet so.
Yeah, it did. He was content with it.
I mean, I feel like that's true for anyone.
Yeah.
So if they're going my way, I feel like they're going smoothly.
Yeah, because it's the way I want it.
My bad, y'all.
So she gets up believing. He say people get their little money and they change. Like it's always that little money. You know what I'm saying? That's how they always play it. That little money.
Well, if it's so little, why do you keep showing up? Why don't you take your ass on the boat and let her do? Because I feel like Glenn has had more scenes than anyone.
Glenn most definitely is he is the Belle.
He's a Belle.
Shit. Marie's blind date. A nigga named Play with gold teeth talking about he like playing video games.
What's his name? Player.
Look here.
I would have called Latrice, not Tanisha,
Letitia.
I would have called her right then.
Because I'm like, she did better than I would have. She went through with the date. I wouldn't say.
I would have been like, are you for real?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, little player. She was not, my friend got this all wrong.
Yeah. I'd have been like, is your daddy coming? Like, what is we doing? And Marie, you had on this little jumpsuit like your ass was going to work or something. You ain't going bowling wearing that, girl. Maybe she thought they were just meeting up there and they was going somewhere else. Shit, I don't know what she was
doing. They in Jackson, Mississippi. Where else is they gonna go?
But don't wear that. Child, she another one. She dressed
honestly, I don't remember what she had on because I can't get past her nose. Every time she walks in the room, I'll be just lost on all the mess that she's done to her face.
So when she left the day, she didn't call Letitia. Letitia talking about, I just wanted you to have fun on your first date. That's not fun.
That was not fun.
She wanted to play video games and whatnot. Yeah, like, child, no thank you. You ain't got to worry about it. You ain't never set me up on another date. That's why I would have been like. So we done made to Latrice.
I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, and I ain't not trying to call these ladies nothing other than what they is. But I feel like it's definitely not an upgrade from Essie, her friend.
She would have had more fun.
And she grown.
Right. So we done made to
show up with a mouthful of goals.
Girl. We done showed up to Latrice event, and she that made these wigs to pattern each Belle. Okay. I'm like, here you want these women to come to support you, but you throwing like shade. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Letitia, she had like the long burgundy wig, Gucci long black, Tambra little wavy thing.
What's the name did it? It wasn't shady. Oh, Love and Marriage DC.
Oh no. Maybe that's who she got it from, the idea from.
She did it and Heavenly did it, but I want Heavenly to stay out of the hair business. But Morena did it like it was to compliment her friends. It was not to shade them.
She was shading them because when she got to Aikisha, she called the wig Hattie Mae. And I was like, she talking about she give her old lady vibes. I was like, is she mad at what is because all of a sudden she talking shit about Aikisha? Is she mad because
they're friends?
Because she read through the fakeness though of the marriage, because you was just with Aikisha, and Aikisha was asking you some for real questions, and maybe she got offended because she do this whole me and Zaddy, we so happy, me and Zaddy, and because she read through that shit.
I didn't even think she was being shady. Like the way she asked the questions was not.
She wasn't. So I'm like, why all of a sudden is she offended?
And do you want to sell these wigs? Because I'm not about to buy Hattie Mae. Like, what is you?
Are you? No, Hattie Mae wig looked like Beyonce's first wig back in the day. That's what she looked like. She threw on there.
He should be looking cute. So I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're seeing, and have she worn any wigs? Because I ain't even really seen her. Maybe at the reunion.
She ain't.
Gucci's wigs be cute.
And actually, Gucci's wig was cute. The only one she made really bad was Aikisha's. The other wigs didn't look bad. Hers was like what the blonde wig probably should look like.
If you hate Marie that much, then why she got a wig? She's not even there. She made it clear. She would rather go on a date with Playa at the bowling alley than come to your
Well, she told the girl she didn't think Marie was gonna come or so Gucci, but she did invite Selena. Then she said that she didn't realize how awkward they were in the room together. Y'all, you lying. You had a whole conversation. Now you don't realize, child. So the ladies arrived at the event. Aikisha came in so cute with that little fringe dress and that ponytail. I was like, you talking about her?
She did have a wig that day.
Yeah, she looked cute to death.
She looked cute.
Then Selena came in. Aikisha was like, it's weird that Latrice and Selena is so close, knowing about her relationship with Cliff. She was like, maybe there's something going on between Selena and Latrice. I saw that now. That was some out of the blue type shit. So I'm like, so Jackson talking then. Because where that come from? You know what I'm saying? Because that was some out the blue. You know? She ain't get it from nowhere.
Does everybody know about it?
She probably got that shit from, what's his name? What's Latrice's homeboy name? Josh.
Josh.
Cause we know Josh be running his mouth.
Cause he know all the tea.
Yep.
He was getting the tea before he went to the house. He be over at the job.
Yep. Tamber showed up.
And at some point she probably like was not happy about it. Like there's probably been a conversation with Cliff about how she's not comfortable with
Selena.
Yeah.
Tamper showed up. I forgot that girl was even on the show. We ain't seen her in a while. So Gucci showed up. She had her cute little green short jumpsuit on. She looked real cute when she came up in there. So when she come in, Selena say to Sanjay, did your stepmama speak to you? And Sanjay is like, we spoke. And then Tamara was like, well, she don't speak to you. And she was like, hell no, I would have to walk over there and speak to her like I always do. She was like, she'll speak back. And then Sanjay was like, I'll be back. Now, if you look at Sanjay looked real irritated at her mama before she walked away. Like she didn't like that conversation that was going on.
She's just probably tired of the drama.
The back and forth, yeah. Because she's real irritated.
Oldest. She's the oldest. So she gotta take her mama's back. Her mama got her over there looking like Big Lou. But she got it, you know what I'm saying? Like my mama over here, but she's my mother, so I gotta, you know.
Yeah. So Tampa called So Gucci over and hug her. And they got small talk talking about her outfit. And then Gucci walk off. And Selena called her back and was like, is she the only person you see standing here? And so Gucci was like, well, you ain't speak at the baby shower. And she was like, girl, did you see how busy I was? Then did you even try to help? And she was like, oh, hell no, I ain't helping out. And then Selena was like, you never do. And they just going back and forth. And then
so you called her back over there to say you didn't speak?
Yeah.
Because you could have just left it alone, been like, see, she ain't say shit.
She told you she wasn't going to say nothing unless I speak first. Yeah. And so Gucci said, I'm not going to be sitting here talking to an Astra. And Selena was like, girl, I've been on TV before you, and I was married to JJ before you.
And she about to be a Belle because Carlos wants her there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Carlos eating that up. And Latrice sitting up there, see them argue, talking about, I work hard for this van. Ain't nobody gonna ruin it. Well, ain't that what you wanted when you invited them?
You invited the...
You and you wound her ass up real good before she got there too, Latrice.
Y'all met to the stove already.
Come on now.
We ain't seen you and Selena hanging out at all, but now you done met down to the stove. And now you then invited her to your event and you got an issue with So Gucci. So where did that come from? Out the blue.
So it looked like it turned physical, but we're gonna see next week. So we see next week coming up. So Gucci apologizing to Sanjay, and Sanjay was like, so Gucci is disrespectful to her mom, and she's recently been disrespectful to them. So we'll see. I'm with you though. She's gonna stick up for her mom regardless. I looked at Sanjay's page. I don't know if it was her Instagram, whatever, because I don't be knowing what I be on half the time. But Sanjay and her mom hang like they be in the club and stuff.
Then she's not in school no more.
Yeah. So that's her home girl. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I love my daughter to death. And we go to dinner and stuff. I don't hang with them. They are children.
Basically, JJ gosh darn said that too. Like, I'm your dad, gosh darn. I'm not your friend.
I am one of your friends, god darn.
Yeah. And I'm like, he's saying that because Selena is their friend. She ain't never really took on the mama role. She took on the friend role with them. Child.
Yeah, me and my daughter are friends, but I'm her
The
mother.
tree's messy. Marie tried to tell us. Marie tried, and I'm sorry.
Isn't that crazy? Marie. I hate it when that happens.
I'm sorry, Marie, because I really wasn't listening to you. I really thought, because you came in starting with that little girl. You
came in starting with her, but hey.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so I'm not sorry, Marie, because I think you're just as bad, but I think both of y'all are bad.
Yeah, we didn't see how bad Latrice was because you was acting a fool too.
She's dirty though, like
that is though.
She's dirty.
So like, so now when Marie was saying that she had went behind her back and called somebody or had somebody post something, I was like, yeah, she did that. She did that.
Well, it was that lady, the white lady.
Mm-hmm.
That was there with the dentist. Yeah. And dang, I feel like it was Scotty because Scotty lives somewhere close to there. Scotty by nature. And I feel like it was another blogger that's not like a well-known blogger, but around, you know, locally, I guess. And I feel like that's who she was. She was trying to get this blogger to spill whatever tea that lady, the white lady, she must have did a little investigation and they tried to get somebody else to talk about
to put it out there.
Yeah.
Child.
But I also feel what, like if what they were saying about Marie was true, she wouldn't still be in business. I feel like businesses go through that. There's probably like here, I feel like Disney probably gets sued several times a day.
Child. All right, y'all. That's Belle Collective. I enjoyed it. It woke me up.
It's the only one like I'm kind of like enjoy watching.
Only reality show. Yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all go ahead, drop down, subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification button, share this video. We'll see you on the next one.